We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington football team. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Running is Swift. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 38, 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. Got a man, that's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the gun, here's Swift. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and 4. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Complete to
6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
It's
a minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Washington 0.
And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Blake Cashman on the tackle. Brings up 3rd down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Buying time to his left. Bears it out toward the corner of the end zone. The Browns D locked in on third down. Brings up fourth.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And that is going to be incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On second down, Swift. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. They'll look to throw here. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Nothing.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. They run out of the gun with Swift. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up second.
Burt sets up to throw it. Going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Browns drive about to get started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll look to throw now on first down. His throw incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And he's got the hook up here. Complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll run here with Swift. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On second down, Swift. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of the defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Being chased out left. He'll run it, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They go play action with Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down.
Check 50, check 50.
From the shotgun now, here's the inside give. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got some space here. And out of bounds right around the 20. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
and they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
For Deebo Samuel, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
A.J. Brown, incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Swift. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Set to kick off.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 2nd down, here's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Browns' 39-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the table on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Down, Cleveland.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Now a handoff looking right. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Austin McGinnis for the extra point.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
For Washington.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one,
and this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started, and their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going deep for Brown, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Incomplete. Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Swift.
Space to maneuver at the 40.
And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 24-yard line.
36-yard line. Back now at FedEx Field. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now it's Swift.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 30 yards.
Here's Swift.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have moved out in front. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Score Browns 21, Washington 14. Austin McGinnis set to kick off.
McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right.
Hurts fumbles it.
And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Hurts.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And this is caught off a deflection. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception.
Mike, 45.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Steps away to his... And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
That one complete. He finds Shark. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
3rd and 2.
It'll be Hurts on the option.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
They'll roll him out right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2nd and 2.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check 59. Mark is 59. Mark is 59. And check.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
He's brought down
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 33. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And the Browns are going to win the football game.
24.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Browns, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Washington, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.